Welcome to the Conservation Discovery Garden. This is the newest feature at Lauritzen Gardens, just opened in June. And this is a very special garden where we're depicting different kinds of conservation practices, things like water conservation, natural areas, endangered species conservation. And so we have several different areas, different messages as you work your way through the garden. The place where I'm standing right now is our woodland restoration area. And this is where we're demonstrating the practices of using native plants that are well adapted to the local environment. And so here you see behind me and in front little seedlings of bur oak that we actually grew from seed we collected here on site so that we captured that unique local genetic profile. And around these bur oak seedlings are prairie, and so it'll be something like a savanna when it comes up. We're going to be looking at some other conservation practices that are demonstrated here in the garden. The pond behind me is part of our bioretention system. We have a series of 3 ponds that capture water as it comes off our parking lot up above and then slows it down and filters it. All a part of a process to cleanse stormwater as it comes off of pavement, but also to slow it down and let it filter back into the groundwater. And this is a sort of practice similar to rain gardens. It's maybe carried out on a residential scale where we're trying to make better use of the water, cleanse it, and then store it on site. So the water comes through this series of ponds, and the vegetation helps filter out some of the harmful chemicals, and then it's returned to the groundwater cleaner than when it came off the asphalt. Another conservation practice we're demonstrating here is that of rainwater harvesting, which actually is an ancient practice. This is a little bit of a modern take on it. But the roof system, the gutter system on the roof of this new building, all the water comes off of that and is collected into a cistern, a below ground cistern, stored behind here, and then we are able to use that water to supplement irrigation here in the garden and then in our new conservation greenhouse. This would be like a rain barrel that you might try at home. A couple other features here that you'll find in the Conservation Discovery Garden are our conservation greenhouse, where we're growing plants that we're studying for restoration in the wild, things that are endangered species, also some of the things we're growing here on site. Then we also have a display of sort of little pictures and tastes of Nebraska plant communities like the sand hills and the rocky outcrops out in the western part of the state, where we'll be growing native plants to give people a feel for what those natural plant communities are like and the beauty of them and why they're worth preserving.